Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are live today. We have a conversation with one of our clients in Brand Builders Academy program. His name is Joel. He's 21. He is from Sweden, and he's transitioning from being a carpenter right now at 21 years old to e-commerce. And so he will talk about his experience with um, e-commerce. Hey, Joel. Thank you so much for
Hello,
joining.
Alex.
Hey, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So I was just giving people some background about your story. Would love to hear more, and would love to hear about kind of the reasons you decided to get into e-commerce in the first place, and also how your journey so far is progressing. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, perfect. I've been looking forward to this. You're my inspiration, man.
Awesome, thank you, man. So yeah, if you can tell everyone about yourself. So people asking, this is replay or live? So this
This is
is
live,
this.
boys. Okay, so basically, I'm from Sweden. I'm 21 years old, and right now I work as a carpenter. But I feel like it's okay, but it's not what I want to do in the future. And I always been into ecom like a little bit, always like seeing it on TikTok all the time, Instagram. I My first store, I think I was 12 years old when I put it out. It was called Winky Skin. It was shit, but it did not get any sales. But I always seen it, and this year I decided to go for it and shoot for it.
Nice. And so, like, I mean, as a carpenter, I believe you're in Sweden, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So in Sweden, I mean, carpenters make good money.
Yeah, I would say like two, uh, $3,000 or something a month.
Uh huh. Okay. Then do you work a lot?
I work 8 hours a day.
8 hours a day.
I mean, it's
Okay.
decent. I can't complain if you look at what other people gets in other countries.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Sweden is one of those countries, right? Like where even if you have like a normal job, you can still have like decent lifestyle, right? Like, and you can afford, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. And also people that doesn't even have a job. We have like so friendly government, so we pay a lot in taxes. So
Uh
like
huh.
in Sweden, I don't think you can see a homeless person anywhere.
Oh wow, really?
I have never seen a homeless guy.
They should learn here, you know. In America, they should go to Sweden and learn like how you
But
guys
then
do
you gotta pay more taxes, Alex.
that. In Sweden, so the taxes in Sweden are high.
Yeah, I think I pay 40% of
Oh
what I
wow.
earn. So if I earn like I earn 36,000, $3,600 before tax,
Uh
and I
huh.
think I get like 28 $2,800 in the pocket or $3,000 in the pocket each month. So I
Hmm.
pay like $600 in taxes. Maybe it's more. I don't know. I don't even know. And if you run a company, you have to pay like social. I mean, like if he pays me $3,000 a month, he
Hmm.
pays 3,000 to the government as well. So I'm say it's about double of what I earn.
Oh wow, that's crazy. And so, like, what's kind of you mentioned that e-commerce has been on your mind, and overall, like making money, like some different ways, like was in your mind for some time. Like, what's your main motivation behind that? Like, what's kind of you know what got you to experience or explore some other ways of making money?
To be honest, I don't really know. I think just I have been in this space so long and always seeing people making money online that I got addicted to it. I don't think
Hmm.
like to be honest, like everyone must make $1 million. Everyone like maybe wants to buy their parents a home, but like that motivates me. But I don't feel like I need that motivation to keep going because I'm addicted to this.
Mm. So you have that like internal drive, kind of
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
That's awesome. I see that in a lot of successful entrepreneurs that they just know that there is like a different way of living, of making money, and it's kind of like it drives you from the inside, and you get on this journey of like exploring different options, and then at some point something clicks, right, and you start getting momentum. Like, we have actually one client from Sweden. I don't know if you maybe you watched the interview, Emmanuel Sabelcio.
I think I heard the pod maybe because I listened to all your podcasts.
Yeah, so I'll send you the link. It's he's also from Sweden, and his journey is very similar. I think he's a bit older now, like he's probably like 25, 26. But when he started, he also was working, like normal job, and he got into e-commerce. He got some very good traction, like in the first like few years that he had the business. He scaled it to a few $1 million in sales, and then he managed to sell the business for $2.5 million. And now he's running his other project. I think when you watch the interview, he'll be a big inspiration for you.
Yeah, I will.
Awesome, I mean, so kind of like what's like when you started with e-commerce, like how did you get the initial, like did you start watching YouTube videos? Like where do you get that initial kind of?
Like I said, I think I started when I was 12, like just one store and then finito, and then I kept on going this year. But it always been YouTube. I was find stuff on YouTube. Like you can find everything there. The only problem is like you get so much different information from everywhere. Like one guy says this, the other guy says this, and you don't really know what to listen to. And I actually found a free course by some pretty famous YouTubers, like TikTok course, and it was like very good. But then I decided to join you guys, and it's better.
Oh, nice, man. Thank you so much for your trust. So what was kind of your, was that the first like program, BBA, like the first program that you joined, or you joined some other?
For dropshipping, yeah, it was.
And so what was kind of, did you were like, were you like scared or kind of like hesitant about joining? Like what was?
I shit my pants. Like I talked to the salesman and was like, okay, fuck it, that's it. And I was like shaking all day. And I didn't really know what to do. I mean, like, either way this goes very good or it goes very bad. Because I mean, like, I'm not making so much money like right now, so things are expensive for me.
Yeah, my man. Thank you for your trust. How was your experience so far with BBA?
It's really good. I feel like I said, I have learned very much like before. So I feel like this is very, very good for completely beginners. But I feel a bit hard to like navigate sometimes because, like I said, it's structured for beginners. So I can skip maybe those steps, but I don't really know like. I think it's like sometimes hard to navigate to find like where I want to watch because I feel like, oh, I'm just rewatching the things I already learned on this parts. But Tommy have helped me to get some good insights and find the stuff I want.
Get you some shortcuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because in our like in our overall, from the education standpoint, we have obviously the BBA, right? But we also have ESS, and then we have the Elite Mastermind. So and we run our own business, right? Like which is kind of whatever stage you're in, like in your journey, like we can plug you into like exactly the materials that you need on specific stage, because like as you grow the business and you're getting the initial momentum, you need specific type of resources. Then as you have some momentum, you need other type of resources. Then as you grow the business, you'll have to build some team to help you with certain tasks. And so we're able to help you throughout that whole process and kind of customize it for yourself. Some of the people, like I don't know if you've seen, like in our community we have ESS, and it's like some people there, like we have Topi. He's from Finland, and so he's doing about $2 million a month with his business, right? So he's kind of and a few years ago he was in the same spot as you.
Yeah,
So.
I understand. And I mean, like, I think it's if you come from a standpoint when you like just want to get into ecom and have never seen it before ever, this is perfect. I mean, you got the guide from A to Z.
Awesome, man. So what's kind of the are you currently selling in a Swedish market, or are you selling in the US market?
I am. I tried both with the UK and the Swedish market. I have just actually just asked the coach, like, should I go for UK or Swedish? And sometimes just do this in Sweden, or sometimes do this in UK. And the product I'm testing out right now, I'm doing in Sweden.
Hmm. How do you find like Swedish market? Is it like kind of very like saturated, or there's still like a lot of opportunity there?
I think there's a lot of opportunities, but the thing I feel is like it's just 9 million in Sweden. So I think like Omi told me that I will be able to keep on going, so no problem. But in my thoughts, like, oh shit, this is too small because I want to be in millions in the future.
Hmm. We have these guys. I did interview like maybe a few weeks ago. These guys, I think his name is Christoph. Um, I'll find a link. I'll send it to you. He's from Denmark, and so just in a Denmark market, um, he's doing I think $150,000 a month in sales just in Denmark, and I think Denmark is probably even smaller than Swedish.
Yeah, it
Sweden.
is.
So I think there is still momentum. Probably, I mean, it will be hard for you to scale to like millions of dollars per month, but like yeah, Denmark, like you can do like six figures per month. Swedish for
Yeah,
sure, 100% you can do six figures per month, like
it's
multiple
always
six figures.
possible to expand to new markets.
Yeah, yeah. Like Topi, so he's selling in Finland, and he's selling in German market, and so just in Finland market he's doing last time I talked to him like few weeks ago, like 300 per month, 300,000, and Finland is also a relatively small
Yeah,
country. So yeah, excited to see for you. Like first kind of get that initial traction in Swedish market, but then over time also to transition to some bigger markets like Germany, or even United States or UK or Australia.
yeah, that's the plan. Or even go like Scandinavia, Norway, Finland, Denmark. I mean, all those countries are kind of same. Like sometimes we like yeah, like when me and the boys like, guys, what do you want to do this weekend? Let's take the train down to Denmark and party one night and go home. So I mean, like it's so close here in Scandinavia. Like all the language is about the same.
Uh-huh. And how is like so was your current job like in like do you have anyone also that's working with you that's also kind of like on the same journey as you, like wants to start a business, wants to do something different, or
I would say
everyone is?
like I'm kind of lucky in that standpoint because in my company where I work, we're just 5 people.
Uh-huh.
8 people own a company. One owns like his own company, but he's like he gets hired, so he's
Uh-huh.
like solo, and we are 2 employees. So me and another dude are employees. So I mean, like I think like all of them have like some entrepreneurships like in them, and like it's not the same like in my direction I want to go in, but they're still like pushing their business, and when you're this small, you can like you get to look on what it is to like drive the business forward.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's interesting because like the transition I mean overall like the transition from like 9 to 5 to own business, it's usually hard for most people, because they have there's like obviously belief systems that they have, and kind of the risk that they have to take initially when getting the business off the ground. So it's like it's a different mindset that you need to have, and it's helpful if you have other people in your circle that are also kind of entrepreneurial, they can support you. Okay, so even if something doesn't work, it's okay, keep trying, keep changing this, keep adapting, right? And also you're in the community, so we can help you support from our side. But even look, like I remember when I was starting the business and I had like no one in my circle who was entrepreneur, and it was like like we lived in different worlds. It's like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I want to do this and this, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you entrepreneur, like you never done this. It's like it's impossible. It's already like too much competition. And so it's interesting, like mostly on the mindset level, how that transition goes, like kind of adapting those like new beliefs. But you already have that internally, but it's also very helpful if you have other people in your circle that are supporting you on that journey.
yeah, exactly. I feel like now when I've been working, like I had semester like for 3 weeks ago, and now when I've been starting working, it's so boring because I just want to work on my own business right now. Like it's just like a ticking clock. I just wanted to tick faster and faster so I can get more traction, and quit my job.
For sure. Yeah, exactly. That's like a natural. And it's, I mean, in terms of kind of like how you do it, I think that's a perfect way for most people. Like when you start a business on the side, right, you get initial momentum with it, and then when it has sufficient traction, then it's just a no-brainer decision to just go all in on the business and just dedicate your full-time energy to it. So another one, we have one more client that's like that also has a similar story, but he started his business. His name is Bradon Hadley. And so he's from United States, and he started the business when he was like still in college. And so he was in college, everyone is studying, and he was like on his computer trying to, build like a Shopify store and like get the business off the ground. And so he got his business to like probably like $100,000 a month. And then this last year he quit. I mean, he finished his college, he graduated, and this last Q4 he got his business to 1 million a month. And it's fascinating to see like what is possible when you just like dedicate your full-time energy, surround yourself by other people that are also doing numbers, so you just like get that information like very fast and get feedback loops. So yeah, it's very fascinating to see what you'll be able to do, because you're very young.
Yeah, I have all my future left.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's fascinating because like, so we have this conversation, and I like to reflect on it because like these are very similar conversations I have, with with other entrepreneurs, and then just observing their journey. Like if you start like at such young age, like building a business, and obviously you make some mistakes, like some things don't work out from the first try, but then let's say by the age of 25, like you already have like proper like 4 or 5 years experience in a business, right? You already like made probably most of the mistakes you could have made, right?
Yeah,
You've learned a lot, like, and it's just upward journey from there.
yeah, exactly. Like you get so much experience just by trying and trying. So and then like you can still fail, but you have so much bigger chance of success as long as you stay consistent and trying and trying. I believe that sometime you will succeed.
For sure, for sure. So what would you say, like, if people say and I don't know, maybe that was also one of your kind of about e-commerce, like in general, do you feel like it's saturated? Do you feel it's like there's opportunity there still, like overall e-commerce as a business vehicle?
I would say there's still a lot of opportunities, but the barrier is higher to enter right now. Because I remember, like I said, when I was like 12 years old and started a store, I think like I watched so many YouTube videos. I bought a theme page on Instagram, like, can you please post this? And like now I didn't get any sales, but like that was how you did back in the days. And like then the knowledge wasn't that big like it is right now. So like it always getting more like harder and harder, but it will never be saturated because people will always buy online.
For
I
sure,
mean,
for
like
sure.
today, you gotta look like more like a legit business. Like yes, like before you can just put up a page, like hello, buy my thing. If people bought it, but right now you gotta look like a business. You gotta have a support if people has problem and shit.
For sure. So what do you advertise on TikTok or Facebook right now?
I'm doing Facebook right now.
Facebook.
Yeah.
What are the CPMs in Swedish market on Facebook?
Um, my CPMs are pretty bad because before I joined BBA, I ran a like tech store,
Uh-huh.
and my CPMs was like $15 to $18.
Uh-huh.
But right now I'm earning a beauty product, and I have like $30 to $40 CPMs.
Uh-huh. So beauty, yeah, beauty niche is one of those niches where you naturally have higher CPMs, but also it's pretty like good market because like it's a big TAM, total addressable market, where you can sell the product to a lot of people.
Yeah, you can sell the product maybe once or twice. Like when the product runs out, you gotta refill it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But
uh-huh.
of my understanding, like it's cheaper, very much cheaper to market in Sweden than other countries.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's a great market to get that initial momentum. Like I'm just observing all of these like stories, of our clients, and I think getting that initial momentum in these smaller, less competitive countries, accumulating some capital, accumulating experience, and then getting into more competitive markets where you have to like compete on a high level in terms of the marketing, like ads and stuff like that. And so I think that's like, if I was based in Sweden, I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah. The only problem, of my understanding right now, I'm not good on taxes, but of
Uh-huh.
my understanding, if you sell outside Sweden, like in the UK, you like skip taxes up to a certain level. But in
Uh-huh.
Sweden, you gotta pay, like, it's called moms, so you gotta pay, like, I think it's 12.5% of the value to the
Uh-huh.
government directly. So
Oh,
like
interesting.
your margins will be smaller, I believe. I don't know this right now. I will just put everything in a one folder and we'll take it soon.
For sure. Yeah, it's it's kind of, I mean, as you go through those challenges, I mean, you also meet some people like in the community that have already been through those challenges. And I know a lot of, for give you give you perspective, like a lot of the, you probably know this as well, a lot of the entrepreneurs from Sweden, from Germany, from Austria, from all these countries that are like relocating to Dubai. They
Yeah,
structure their campaign, companies like in a different way, to kind of minimize it. But that, yeah, I think it will be like natural progress for you, a natural transition.
yeah. I mean, like that's something that you probably do when you lose millions in taxes instead of thousands or hundreds.
For sure, for sure. So are your parents like supportive of your like entrepreneurial kind
Yeah,
of?
yeah. They are. They
Yeah,
are there.
your parents entrepreneurs?
No, not. My mom is like she's not working because she's sick.
Uh-huh.
So I think she works like 20% or something, like in a preschool. And
Uh-huh.
my dad is like a tech network protection in Sweden. So, but he works for the government as well. So
Uh-huh.
like none of them have any like entrepreneurial genes or anything.
Uh-huh.
I don't think anyone in my family, like both on dad's or mom's side, has it.
Uh-huh. So you'll be the first one.
I'll be the first one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm the first one in my family too. So, someone needs to do it.
Yeah, my grandpa are actually from Poland, actually original.
Oh wow.
He he got the what's called um like back in the days the communism was like
Uh
in
huh.
charge in Poland. Yeah, so he was fighting against it, but he got thrown out from Poland.
Oh wow.
So he was about to move to USA in the beginning,
Uh huh.
but when he hates weapons and shit. So when he came to USA on the border, there was like two people with big machine guns,
Uh huh.
and so like welcome. So he said no, I won't move there. So he went back to Poland, and then a friend told us go to Sweden.
That's
So
crazy
that's
story.
that's how he and my mom ended up here.
And that's crazy story. Yeah, I mean, yeah. My father. I mean, he had a business like long time ago, like before like 1940. And then the communists, the Soviet Union came in, and they basically just confiscated like everything. He was working
Yeah,
very hard to buy like land and forest, like he had a lot of kind of property, and they just took everything away from him. And it's like, man, that's crazy.
yeah. I think he said like what I can remember, like they had very much money in Poland at that time, but they couldn't buy anything because there was nothing to buy in the stores. So you had to queue just like get some bread.
Yeah. And then you need to know like, the guy who knows the guy. Okay, yeah, we can,
Yeah,
like, okay, we can give you this to you, but only because you know this guy.
exactly.
Yeah. How is Sweden in that sense? Like, is this like kind of, I mean, is it like, it's not kind of like communist? It's like, I mean, there's a lot
I
of
would say
social.
like in the middle, but I would say like in the USA, I understand like the Democrats.
Uh-huh.
In Sweden, we call them blue, and like the other ones, the Republicans, red.
Uh-huh.
I would, and of my understanding, like the blue in America is like no, yeah, blue in America is like red in Sweden. I would say like the for American people, we would be very, very, very much Democrats, like all the way to the
Uh-huh.
right. But for us, if the Democrats would rule in Sweden, they would be long to the left.
Uh-huh. Interesting. But like we talked about, I think it's a good for, for major population, right? In terms of the
Yeah,
I mean, you get all of the like benefits. You get kind of the healthcare is also free.
Everything's free. School is free, healthcare is free. You can study free after like gymnasium we have, and then you can go to like university for free. So like everything's free.
Interesting. And so, like, did you want to become like a carpenter, or that's something that your parents?
Not actually. I was about to study economics,
Uh-huh.
but like we had like the last week we could choose in school. And my
Uh-huh.
friend told me, oh, fuck, why are you not going to do carpenter? Last fuck it, let's try it out. Like I always had like at that time as well. I thought like I will never work as a carpenter
Uh-huh.
like all my life. I want to do my own stuff sometimes. So I always have had that plan in my mind. So like I knew like if I go to economics or carpenter, it doesn't matter. Like that's not my future.
Yeah. But you know, it's like I think that we're living a tremendous time in history where everything can change so fast. Like, I mean, I was working in a factory like 10 years ago. I was working in a factory, like, you know, and like like Conor McGregor, he was a plumber, like also like 10 or 11 years ago. You know, so it's like the things can change so fast. Like if you're like part of this like internet world and you know how to take advantage of it, I think it just there has never been like an opportunity like we have right now in terms of just changing your destiny completely.
Today is like before you maybe had to scale like with like hundreds of employees, but today you just put on a button.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I was thinking about it. Like, let's say, you know, we run stores, right, in different countries. We sell in Australia, we sell in Singapore, we sell like in Europe, we sell like before, like 50 years ago, I would have to like, I don't know, get on a boat or get on an airplane,
Yeah,
travel like
exactly.
for like a week, you know, to get there to see the person like and offer them the product and get them to buy the product. It's fascinating the opportunity we have these days.
Yeah, it will be fun to like live back in days and like watch how business was back then. Like see like how could I go like to the like how could I open my own factory? Like where do I get the money? Like it's impossible to open your own company like without money like back in the days. But today like you just go on Shopify and do the free trial and
Yeah, exactly. So, what was your like? So, you mentioned initially you were selling products in a different niche, not in the beauty.
yeah, like I said, I have tried dropshipping for like almost half a year now, like for serious, like really going for it.
Uh huh.
And I tried some first TikTok. I got some sales, but like always never profitable.
Uh huh.
And like for the months before I joined BBA, I had like I was selling cleaning robots for windows. So you put like the robot on the window and will clean the window.
Was that like a good product, like real
I
product?
I never tried it, but I saw another Swedish company that sold very much of it, so I tried it.
Ah,
So I sold it for $300, but I bought it from not China. The China guy he had a warehouse in Poland, so I had like
uh-huh.
3 to 7 days shipping from Poland to Sweden. So I was selling it for $300 and buying it for $100. And my
Uh-huh.
first day that I launched ads, I sold 2 robots.
Oh
And I was
wow.
like, "Fuck, I'm going to be a millionaire!" Like you see, like I did like the calculations, like what was it, $600 going like X a year. I was like, "Oh shit, it's like 3 million in Swedish crowns." I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm going to be a millionaire!" And like, and the days after, I had no sales.
Oh man. And so like do you think the product was too expensive for the market?
Yeah, I think if I would go back to a product today, I think actually I could maybe work it out because like I didn't have like sales for like 3 days and then I got another sale. So I like in total I did one K dollars on the store, but
Uh-huh.
like no profit. Like I think my conversion rate was like 0.2% to 0.3%.
Uh-huh. But
But that
but since
that
then
was
you've learned a lot of things. Like, yeah,
yeah
if you would come back to that store, you probably know exactly
yeah.
what the problem could be.
So I think like if I could push the conversion rate to 1%, it would be profitable. So I think like maybe in the future we open it back, but right now I'm doing the other stuff
Uh-huh.
at a smarter store.
So you selling beauty gadgets, or are you selling like
Yeah, I'm selling beauty gadgets. Not gadgets, like what's called makeup.
Okay, makeup.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a good consumable product.
Yeah, I hope so. But of my understanding, it lasts maybe like up towards like 4, 3, 6 months. So like, I haven't set up like any emails or anything yet. But in the future, like, oh, get your new, like, oh, you are running out, buy one more now or something, like offering a discount. Because then it gets a lot of cheap traffic to the site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makeup is one of those. Makeup is one of those niches where, yeah, it's initially you have to crack it, but then it's like when you start seeing, the repeat buyers come in, like you just like, even if you're breaking even like on the front end, but then you have all of the repeat customers, because we're also running stores like in a makeup niche, and it's like 40% repeat purchase rate.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of a niche like a makeup.
I thought like when I started the site, I thought like if it doesn't work out, I can just give the products to my girlfriend. Because I ordered like 10 products like in China to put in the warehouse to get faster shipping. It's like
Uh-huh.
$3 or something. So I thought it's worth it to just have them stored, so it's 3 days faster shipping or something. And I thought like if it doesn't work out, my girlfriend will be happy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We have someone here who's also from Sweden. I don't know how much can I join the call. um, so yeah, I don't know how to get new people in, but if you have any go07, if you have any questions that you want to ask Joel, then we can cover that. Also, let me check if we have some questions here on Instagram. Guys, please drop some questions in Instagram chat. So I can ask those questions Joel, so he can help you out. And so like in your circle right now, like in Sweden, so the people that you work with, I mean, they're kind of entrepreneurial. Do you have any like e-commerce entrepreneurs like in your circle?
Oh, not any.
No.
All my friends are like carpenters or driving like excavators and shit. So no one is in the internet space.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Are you in Stockholm or in Carpenter?
No, it's called Växjö. It's like a kind of small city, like in the middle of Sweden.
Uh-huh. That's what I've heard from Emmanuel. Is also like he was like in a smaller city, and then in order to and then he met someone who was like also like-minded, who pretty much like became his partner over time, and then he had to travel to see that guy because like he wasn't in his city. He had to travel for to see him, and they would like network and learn from each other and mastermind. But it's so interesting, like kind of like these the people that are like-minded, that are on the same like wavelength. They're a bit hard to find, in some
Yeah,
places.
and like it's hard to look for them as well because you don't know how to look. Like I mean, in BBA, like most of the people in there like have the same mind, but if you're not in a program or anything, like it would be hard to find like-minded people.
Yeah. So go07 already doing 30K per month. I don't know, maybe you guys can connect. He's also from Sweden, so like-minded person.
You
um,
should add him on Instagram.
yeah. Drop your Instagram, go07, and I'll connect you with Joel. So what were kind of like, so you've tried that niche, you've tried right now you're in beauty, like what were the biggest like mindset shifts for you in terms of like marketing, in terms of the conversion rate optimization? What were the biggest things that you have learned?
I learned that a good deal makes a lot of changes in the conversion rate because I ran this product for 3 days ago, and I
Uh-huh.
had like 2% conversion rate. And the last 3 days now I had like 4.5 or 5% conversion rate.
Oh, wow.
Just of editing a deal. And today I have 18% add to carts.
Wow.
So I mean, it was a lot to change just by
Interesting.
making a deal.
Do you just discount the product, or you
I
offer?
just I just like offered a free product that cost like $1 in China. I
Uh-huh.
mean, like it's worth it.
For sure. Yeah. So it's basically you amplified your offer, and that increased your conversion rate drastically.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. What payment options people are using in you guys
I
are
think
using Klarna?
it's mostly Klarna. Yeah, exactly. I think like of the orders I have, I think like 90% are Klarna. Some
Mm.
are credit cards, but there's almost no credit cards here.
Oh
Like
wow.
everything I buy online is with Klarna as well. Like it's so much easier. You just go on Klarna and then you sign in with your like personal number, and then like press order instead of like chipping in like all the card numbers and shit.
Interesting. And so is Klarna, so for you, let's say you're selling a product, is Klarna paying you like right away, or there's like a few days delay, or
It's a few days. I think it's like standard for Shopify payments.
uh-huh.
Like 3 days or something. I get it out from Shopify payments. I don't know like how it would be if I get a merchant account, but I'm not in that. I don't have that problem right now that I'm getting hosts from Shopify. But I mean, like it's good to have problems because then you're doing something right.
Yeah, you have the right mindset. Yeah, it's inevitable, right? Like you scale too fast, okay, oh, you don't have the product in stock, or you have to order another product. Or then there is like payment processing, and there's like, over time it's a team. You have to build, the whole operation. Like, the clients I mentioned, from our from ESS and from Elite, like it's kind of, yeah, it's interesting to see those kind of challenges. Like they're like, okay, how do we build the team, how do we hire this person, like how do we incentivize that person, the payment processing infrastructure. So yeah, the challenges in business evolve, but it's like you have a great mindset about it, that if you have these problems, it means that you're doing something right.
Yeah, and then you don't get so sad when you get problems.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
my mindset is always like everything will be good in the end. So I mean, like it can go shit right now, but in the end, it will always be good.
Uh-huh. Oh man, this is so powerful minds. Did you always have that mindset?
I don't really know because I don't remember back in the days, but I think I have built it out by like by listening to pods all the time because I always listen to successful people on podcasts when I work, like all the time. I
Uh-huh.
think I listened to maybe 100 of your episodes on e-commerce scaling secret podcast
Nice.
the last half year.
Thank you, my man. So I think it's because I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, like the business is just your mind, right? I mean, at the beginning, like and overall, like as you grow the business, it's like, and if you have the right beliefs, because for me, what's fascinating is that we live in a time where, I mean, everyone can open like a Shopify store, right? Or I mean, e-commerce is just one of the opportunities, right, to make money. Everyone has access to all of these tools. There's AI, that simplifies many of these tasks. But at the same time, like most people just kind of like, yeah, or they try it and then they quit it. They just like,
Yeah,
oh, it doesn't work from the first time. They're quitting. And it comes down to the mindset. It comes down to like, okay, if something doesn't work, okay, let's figure out why it didn't work. Let me get some help from someone. Let me get, let me try another time, maybe change something a little bit. And so, but that's business, right? That's the upside is so tremendous. Like if you get it right, like you can get yourself financially set up for life, you can help your family, you can achieve all of the things you want. But it comes at a price where initially it's like, initially it might suck.
but it is the same like with everything. Like if you go play a sport, like you won't be the best when you start, but you gotta train and train and train and train. And like we are training of building a business.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
doing right now. I'm training.
That's a great mindset you have, man. And I think it's one of those things that can either set you up like in a good position, like if you have a good mindset, like it can set you up in direction where no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. Like, okay, if there is a problem, there must be a solution. There must be some people that have already figured out the solution. Let me find who that is. Let me ask them, right? Or if people don't have that mindset, it's they just give up.
Yeah, on the worst case scenario, I gotta go back and work and get some more money and try again.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
mean, like
mean, yeah.
I don't have so much to lose as long as I don't go into hundreds of thousands of debt. Like then I can keep on trying how much I want.
For sure, for sure. So, are there like growth opportunities? Let's say if you wanted to, let's say, open your own like carpenting company, like Could you make a
Yeah,
lot of money that
I
doing
would say
that?
like in my I don't know like how much money like my boss makes, but I think he makes like $5,000 a month something like. But like in my city, like I would say you see like 20 companies. There's like three big companies, and like all the other companies are like kind of small, like 10 employees, 5 employees. So like there's a very big chance of like you starting your own business. But like I said, it's kind of hard to scale a. I think it's harder to
Mm.
scale a carpenter business than it's like an online business.
Yeah, you can just like press ads and like
Like you can get employees, but then you gotta find jobs. And like right now, like when the economics are pretty bad, like people don't want to build. So like this year, like I would say like 30% of all the carpenters have gotta go from the job.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
In Sweden right now?
yeah, yeah, in Sweden.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
But
Huh.
it's getting better. They like lowered what's called.
Interest rate?
Yeah, exactly. So they're lowering it. I think they will lower it 3 times more this year.
Oh,
We hope.
wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think they want to do the same here in the United States, but they're kind of dragging time.
We are blaming you guys because we're just following you guys.
What?
If you higher the interest rate, we higher the interest rate, and when you lower it, we lower it.
Yeah, United States behind everything, in some way. um, Interesting. Let me see if we have some good questions here on Instagram. People asking if this is live. Is this live?
No, it's not live.
It's recorded. All right, let me see. Um, I miss. So we have a question from Foods Fifi. I missed something. Do you sell only in Sweden? Yeah, you sell only.
Right now, I sell only in Sweden, but
Um,
my plan is to expand.
mhm. And so, so someone says cannot be more communist than Canada. Um, I don't know. Um, so in terms of the like product selection, what's your thought process?
Hmm. I would
Like,
say first of all, like buy something like sell something that helps people is very easy. Like I said, like back pain and shit. But I feel like selling the back pain stuff, it's possible, but that's something like everywhere. Like when you do product research, people say, "Oh, back pain." This thing you drag over your head and like you get the good posture. So like I don't really know what to say on that point. You gotta help me, Alex.
like I mean, in terms of the like, so are you looking at margins, for example, like the product has, like
Yeah, I'm looking at the margins like at least 3x. Like this beauty product. Like I think I buy it for like $4 in China, like with
uh-huh,
shipping to Sweden, and I sell it for like $30 in Sweden, and that's just one pair, and I try to upsell it to 3 pairs. So
uh-huh,
um, it's like you gotta have some money to spend on ads, and one thing I feel right now is like $30. Like if I spend $25 on a sell, it's like break even. But
uh-huh,
I feel like some products you can still buy for like $12 and sell them for like $60 or something. So I feel like if I
uh-huh,
would go back now, like now I'm getting the sell, so I won't go back. But if I would go back again, I would probably find some with even bigger margins, so I can spend even more money on trying to acquire a customer.
That's a great mindset. I think the problem that a lot of people have is that they try to sell these products at like $20, and then the product costs them like $7 or $10, and then their margin to acquire a customer just like very slim. And if you can put yourself in a position where you can acquire more where you can spend more to acquire a customer, like you just compete on a different level.
Yeah, it was like the cleaning robot I sold. Like I could spend about $200 and still be break even. And like Alex said, on the first day, I think I spent $330 and got like two sales. So it was like 70 ROAS or something. I mean, like imagine scaling 70 ROAS.
Crazy. I think I think it's like it's something worse for you to kind of like reevaluate and potentially, because economics are great. Like when we choose products to sell, we always like economics one of the first. Like what kind of gross margin we'll have, what would be the break even ROAS, like minimum break even ROAS we need to hit in order to sell the product and make a profit and acquire a customer. And yeah, I think it's one of those things that people kind of like don't pay attention to. They just choose products based on what they like, not what market wants, not something that has enough margin for them to even build a business around. So removing kind of like personal preferences, I think, is very important. You know, like people look, oh, I like this product. Oh, my girlfriend also liked this product. Let's sell this
Yeah.
product, and the product doesn't sell.
And it's the same. Like I think it depends about like which market you're selling on as well. Because I think on TikTok, like the cheap products can do like very very good. I heard in your podcast like some German guys, they're like selling like the max price was $30, but on TikTok, so they can like they like found like one new product every week and like scale it and then like next product, next product, next product. So like I think it depends on the market where you sell as well, like how much
Mhm.
margin you need on a product. Because on TikTok, like you can get CPMs for like I don't know, like $1, and sometimes if it's really good content.
Yeah, arbitrage in that way, right? Like, because it's yeah, if you're selling something with on a platform where you have very cheap like cost of advertising, cost of acquisition, then you can make it work. Like TikTok Shop right now in the United
Yeah, it's
States,
insane.
it's like some of those like best performing products, they're like what, like $20 usually for the most part, sometimes even lower than that. And it's like the margin is not great, but because like they acquire customers so cheaply because of TikTok Shop affiliates, they're able to make it work. But I don't think it will sustain. Like I think it just like, because over time it comes down to economics. It comes down to how much
Yeah,
money can you spend to acquire a customer. That's it.
and I mean then like in the future when you gotta pay like employees and things like you need more margin because you will earn more money because you understand me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Cool. So everything that kind of you've learned so far, um, like were there any things that like kind of you think you would have done differently on your journey so far?
Maybe buy a mentorship earlier. Um, but like I said, I would say like I can make I wouldn't say like the mentorship is necessary, but it will make you get the sales faster.
Mm,
I mean, like you get the like last input like all the time will make you reach your goals faster and like instead of maybe spending lot of money on mentorship, you maybe spend a lot of money on ad spend instead and learn that way. I think both is perfect. I have done the other spending money on ad spend like until I joined BBA and I learned pretty much, but I learned pretty much here as well.
mm. Yeah, I mean everything you either pay with your time or with your money, right? Like it's everything in life. And even like so even right now, like in our business, we're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars like in education. Like, so we have educational programs like BBA, and ESS, but we're also investing in our own like team to get to learn what we need to learn faster. And I think it's like you can probably figure it out by yourself. Like it's just a matter of time. But like the question is how much time are you willing to dedicate, right? Like to get the desired outcome. And yeah, I mean, if someone has more time than money, then probably they shouldn't,
And I would say as well, like YouTube is your friend. You can find everything there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's good. The only problem is you find too much stuff, so you don't know what to follow. I mean, like just find like yeah YouTube and follow his steps and like probably you will make it.
yeah, for sure. So, knowing what you know now, like if you could go back in time and tell yourself one thing regarding starting your own business, like getting kind of like more serious about e-commerce, like what would it be?
I think it will be like putting on more time in product research and like don't be scared of buying information. Like just say fuck it and do it. I mean, like you can always get the money back in the future if you work. Like I'm 21. Like it doesn't matter if I have more money or less money right now.
Yeah, because the upside for you is so big. I mean, it's like if you get it right, like, and it was enough like focus and attention, like you will just crack it. It's just inevitable.
If it be like 70% you fail, 20% then you will be a millionaire for life. Like, I mean, it's worth it. It's like it's still worth like 20% because if you work, you maybe will make it 30% instead. But it's still worth like taking the shot because if you maybe fail this time, you maybe succeed another time on something else or on the same stuff. As long as you keep going, like sometime you succeed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, many of the like if you read the stories of like successful entrepreneurs, like many of them have had like companies that, let's say they launched like 10 companies and like 8 of them failed, right? Like and like one of them made them like very rich. It's just like, yeah, I mean, if not for those companies that have failed, like, they wouldn't be where they are today.
The only problem you have given me, like, because when I started doing, I would call it like e-commerce. I thought like $100,000 max. It's good for me, but now I want to go into the millions.
Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go.
In your podcast, it seems so easy.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I don't
like people like say, oh, I started like half a year ago and I did $1 million in sale this month. Well, like, huh?
Yeah, I know, man. It's like I think the journey is different for everyone. I mean, for me, like I probably took like initial 6 months were shit. Like,
how long did it take before you could like quit your job and do e-commerce for full time?
Like 6 months until I started like getting traction. And
when
then
you get traction, it goes pretty fast.
Yeah, and then like the next 1.5 years, I made like $4 million.
Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, relatively fast. I think the journey is different for everyone. It's like there's some people that I don't know, like some people that grow up with like entrepreneurial like influence, time. There's so many different factors, but it's like if you take a bigger time frame, let's say you take like I don't know 3-5 years time frame, right? Because okay, let's say you stay with like where you are right now and you just continue doing that for the next 3-5 years, like what will change? Like nothing, right? The same as like for most people, like if they just take okay, like you stay at the same job for like 20, 30, 40 years, like nothing's going to change most likely.
You maybe get a bit of a raise every year, but I learned a quote like when I listened to a podcast. They said it's easier to make 10,000 more than save 10,000. Or like I mean crowns then. Like it's easier to make $100 more than save $100. So like if you wanna save money, it's easier just make more money to save more money.
Such a good point. Such a good point. I remember when I was just like starting out, like at some point, me and my wife, I got married like pretty early. And me and my wife were like, we have our like budget and like expenses. Obviously, we try to save as much money as we can, and then we budgeting everything. And then at some point, like we're like, like why we're doing this? Let's just focus on making more money, because like we're trying to like save this like little. Oh, we have a coupon code here. Oh, we have like this little here. It's like, but that was like all so minuscule and just like puts your attention on the wrong thing. I mean, on the other side, there's a lot of people, especially in the United States, where they're spending significantly more than they're making. They're using credit card. They're just like going into debt. Like I think the credit card debt, like in the United States, is like trillions of dollars. And it's like, I think that the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? Like you don't want to kind of like go crazy with your expenses and not money for everything. But also you don't want to like put too much attention on just saving money versus thinking how to make money.
Yeah, and it's like when you watch like I like when we see those like graphs, how much money do you need to like be top 10% of your country? And I was like, I don't know, like I saw like 20 years old, like, oh shit, I'm like top 1.6, like 1%. And I like I don't have much money, but like it's insane how little money people save, or
Yeah.
like they like spend everything in a month, and they get the new salary, and then they spend everything again. Like they don't put anything aside. Like if you get the $200, you spend $200.
Yeah. Yeah. If for those people that are watching that want to, I mean, like want to change their life in a way, I mean, in a big way, right? Like kind of make that transition like you are going through right now. It's like it will require some short term like sacrifices. It's like, yeah, like you need a bigger TV, it's like maybe you'll wait, if you want to build a business, it doesn't have to be e-commerce business overall, like something that can put you in a better position, like in life financially, give you more freedom. I mean, that comes with short-term, sacrifices. And that just, like I think just the price of success that not everyone is willing to pay.
Yeah, I mean, I would never be able to afford trying to make this business happen if I wouldn't have saved money, and if I would spend everything I have every month. And then I wouldn't even be able to try it.
Yeah, such a good point. Such a good point. My man, I'm what I love the most from our
The time went fast.
yeah, right. What I love the most from our conversation is that like your mindset is just perfect. For getting it like big and scaling it up. Um, and also, I mean, the fact that like you open your mind to the possibilities that you can. It's like, let's say $100,000 a month. It's not just, it's not like top of the world, right? Or it's not like the max that you can get. There's like many different levels to the game. So I'm very excited to observe that journey, observe your evolution. And thank you so much for your trust in our community. I'll send you some good resources. I'll talk with our team, how we can support you even better. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your journey. I wanna do another one of these, like when you
Yeah.
when you hit 100K a month. Um, and yeah, let's make it happen.
Thank you, Alex. See you in the future.
Yeah. Thank you, Joel. Talk soon. Thank you, everyone.